Hey, my feel good friends, and welcome to minisode number 11. Today, I'm really excited to share a short 5-minute clip from one of the IG Lives I actually did earlier this week. I was in a manic batch planning craze, and I was just coming down from batch planning 2 months of my clients' content in under 2 hours. It was crazy, and I was so excited about it that I decided to hop on IG Live to share some of my favorite tips for making your batch planning process more intuitive and taking the overwhelm out of it. But then while I was on the IG Live, an amazing woman, Molly, actually asked me to share some of my favorite tips for creating Instagram story highlights. And I geeked out about it. I thought the clip was super valuable, and I knew that if Molly was asking the question, then a bunch of you probably are as well. So I thought I would share it with you today. I must have said something right because Molly and I actually connected in the DMs afterward, and she signed up for one-on-one coaching with me, which I thought was just so wonderful and such an awesome example of how the efforts that you put into social media really, really do cultivate connection and move your bottom line, even sometimes when you can't see the return on investment right away or you don't feel like anything's happening. It really is all working behind the scenes when you show up consistently on social media. You know what I mean? So anyway, today I am sharing the short 5-minute clip from our IG Live answering Molly's question about IG highlights and how you can create them in the most purposeful way for your brand. I do have to say, I was holding an iced coffee during the live, and so if you hear a little bit of clicking, I tried to take it out, but you might hear some clinking of ice cubes. Hey, I'm human. I was buzzed. I was energized. And that's probably why my great advice just flowed through me. You know what I mean? So please ignore the clicking. And if you do want to catch the entire IG Live, I've linked it in the show notes below. It is a really great one. I got a lot of great questions from other audience members, and I shared my favorite tips for making your batch planning process as intuitive as possible. So I would love for you to catch the whole thing. The link is down below in the show notes. But without further ado, here are my favorite tips for creating IG highlights. Hey friend, and welcome to the Feel Good Social Podcast. I'm your host, Kinsey, and I'm here to help you market your business in a genuine way that works without wasting your precious time. On this show, we chat about social media strategy and mindset tips with a focus on, you guessed it, feeling good. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some genuine conversation for the good of your biz. So, IG highlights. First thing is think about, obviously, your IG highlights are at the top of your profile. They are the third thing that someone might see if they land on your profile, right? They're probably first going to see like your username, profile picture, then your bio, then it's the highlights, then it's your grid, right? So your highlights are actually a really, really great real estate on your profile, especially because your bio, it's like 150 character limit or something, right? It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever run into this, but I have always so just annoyed with trying to figure out how I can fit all the things I want to say into 150 characters in my bio. I'm like, how can I say this in the best way? It's kind of a challenge. It's kind of fun sometimes, right? But your IG highlights are wonderful for giving that extra purposeful information to anyone who lands on your bio. That information that didn't fit in your bio, or who lands on your profile. Any information that doesn't fit in your bio, but that someone wouldn't necessarily tap on the website link for, right? Because people on Instagram are lazy. We don't want to leave the platform. And so your highlights are wonderful for giving that extra important, purposeful information, such as like outlining your services or products, telling more about you as a business owner. What else? Behind the scenes content that really drives deeper connection that people like to see, or your processes, right? Maybe some customer love and testimonials. When it comes to creating your Instagram highlights, my best piece of advice is to be very purposeful with those because they do live on forever. They're not a normal story that only lasts 24 hours. And it's a wonderful piece of real estate on your profile. It's a great way to give people more information that doesn't fit in your bio, right? So
That said, when it comes to actually creating your highlights, I think that you should think them out strategically and be very thoughtful in the content that you are giving, and then also thoughtful in the way you are delivering the content in those highlights, right? So I like to teach people to tell a story and think about the way people are consuming your IG highlight stories. So I always start with an introduction slide, like, this is what I'm about to tell you. So let's talk about maybe like if you wanted to create an IG highlight that's like displaying your services or products, right? I would start with one that's like, hi, I'm Kinsey. I help down-to-earth entrepreneurs use social media in the best way for them, a way that works with their lifestyle and isn't going to waste their precious time. Here's a look into how I can help you. That would be my introduction slide. Then it would be the next 3 slides that kind of outline more of my products and services. So it'd probably be brand vibe bundles. Like, do you want to do it yourself? Snag a brand vibe bundle. This will help you get started in the best way. Do you want my help and support? Check out my one-on-one coaching. Then the next one would be, or actually I'd probably put my online course, The Social Map, after the brand vibe bundles one, because that's kind of more of a do-it-yourself, but a more in-depth version of that. And then it would be one-on-one coaching, and then it would be done for you monthly management. And then there's also a call to action slide at the end of that, asking people to send me an email or check out the link in my bio for more information or whatever, right? So the best thing you can do is make sure that you're purposeful with the content that you're providing, and then also lay out the content in a way that makes sense for them. Start with an intro slide, do the body slides, then end with a call to action slide. What is their next step? Again, I could go on all day about IG highlights, but I would love to get back to batch planning. So let me know if that was helpful, lady.
So what'd you think, my friend? Did you enjoy my ramblings about how to make your IG highlights as purposeful as possible? I sure hope so. If you enjoyed this episode, I would absolutely love for you to share it to your IG stories and connect with me there. Make sure you tag me at Feel Good Social so I can see it and reshare it and spread the love right back to you. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week, my friend, and I will catch you next Tuesday. Thanks so much for listening, my friend. For show notes and a whole lot of other awesome freebies, visit feelgoodsocial.com. Simply go to feelgoodsocial.com for all the goods.